It's a Thursday evening. It's after work. You need to find something to unwind. You've joined the right channel. Rewind Gaming's 1v1's exclusives. $50 prize on the line. I'm Jared Jam together. Joined with me is KD helping me out. KD, what's up?
Not much. This is the second cast that I've done with Rewind, and I'm really excited to come back and just show what I've got.
Well, what we've got here on the field soon, certainly Sebadam is around Erala. We're waiting for Erala, but in an interesting way, that actually we'll be talking about later on because there's a second semifinal that we'll be streaming in a bit after this one. And well, just wait. It's the repeat of the final of the previous one, so we might crown a new champion, or if Ixo once again defeats Eikwolf. But let's not go that far just yet. We still need to find out who will be playing against who in the finals. And for that, Sebadam or Erale will need to win their respective games. Still a big bracket. How many players did we have? 51 players. Usually this is limited to 32. This time Rewind Gaming has decided to open it up to 64, if I'm not mistaken. So people have used their chances. A lot of the players were complaining that, hey, we want to get into this one. Oh, it's such a shame I didn't get here. So this time I think everyone had their chance, and hopefully everyone showed their very, very strength that they had.
A lot of incredibly talented ones players coming through. Eikwolf, Sebadam, names that really ring a bell for a lot of people in the Rocket League community, and I am incredibly excited to watch this.
Yeah, certainly I think we'll learn something on the way from him as well. But Sebadam, Erela, actually, I don't think I've seen, although sort of the name looks familiar. So if someone has an idea of where this guy's from, do let us know in the Twitch chat. But on the other side, obviously, Eikwolf, the king of 1v1s. What rank is he right now? It will be really interesting. Last time we've seen him, last week, I think he was in top 10. Surely an all 1v1 ladder. Ixo still defeated him in the finals, and it was a long game. Eikwolf just said that, well, to beat him, you just need to be decent. And he was really selling himself short, because to beat Eikwolf, you need to be great.
Yeah, indeed. And we will see Sebadam get in here, and here is his opponent. I'm going to call him Ale.
Ale. Just a little bit of southern drawl right there. Sebadam against Earl. Don't think that's a southern accent, but it is what it is. If you're here for good impersonations, you've joined the wrong place. No, this is a place for good Rocket League games, and we're starting our first one of the evening. Infused versus Erale 0-0-1. Sebadam almost makes that 1-0 in his favor. Flying off the wall, off the backboard, but that second touch doesn't send the ball where he wanted. Still on the attack, actually back pass to himself. And no one there, obviously, just him. So a long start to this attack. Waits for it. Erela outplays him. Now he's on the attack. Angle is not right, so Sebadam will be just in time to return. Weak attack by Erela, really. But Sebadam can't get to control of the ball, so now he's slowly starting it up. Erela wins the duel. And shot at the net. Sebadam, I think, almost lost control right there. But Erela, after his shot, drills down, and still yes, right there, and back into the net. Seb in control of it. Slow play against Erela, really close. Some of these dribbles. Seb to Erela, straight to him. Hits the post though, so he is safe for this one. A shot, and Sebadam concedes the first one. Erela opens up the scoring.
Just taking shot after shot, writing down on Sebadam's net, and finally the pressure just surmounts, and Sebadam can't clear the ball.
Yeah, it's. I think we should have seen the goal before this 1 minute has expired, but no one has scored then. And now Erala with yet another shot, not in position to follow it up. Sebadam already in the place. Waiting game now starts. The mind games can come in. Sebadam outplays Erala, puts the ball way past him. Hit, top right corner. Sebadam ties up the game.
Yeah, you see Sebadam here not fall into Erela's mind game. He plays in fast, he rushes him. Erela wasn't ready for the rush, and he just gets by with a great angle.
Yeah, and that is an opening for them, or him rather. 20 seconds, all he needed for that one, or roughly 20 seconds. And on the wall for yet another one, decides not to go for it. Just another dribble, outplays him. The mind games are back. He did try and play some of them against Rel. But in the end, the ball is lost. Sebadem waits on that big boost, just drives circles, waiting for Rel to commit. At least something, and Rel outplays him, just punches him from some of the movements that he was making. Still in control, Rel. A flick towards the net, Sebadem stops that. No chance to start a quick attack, or I spoke too soon. A good pinch, and it goes the way of Sebadem. 2-1 in his favor.
Sebadem here, calculate enough to see over him, know that he's going to get that challenge, knows he's going to get there first, and put the ball to goal.
And that is 2-1 to him. So after conceding that first one, he is back on track, back on the horse, and will be most likely putting more. No, it's only the first game. Seb, who punishes his opponent from just going for the boost so recklessly. In 1v1s, even in 3v3s or 2v2s, you often don't have the time. In 1v1s, you certainly don't have the time to go for the boost when your opponent is controlling the ball.
Yeah, and Sebadem had just picked up that midfield boost, so he was at 100, and he was just waiting for Aurel to make a irrational decision like that.
Oh, Sebadem is destroying Rel now. Shot after shot. How much time did he need for that one? 12 seconds. That's all he needs. Just a strong shot from the center. Rel, again, either you need to contest it faster or you need to play from defense. And he's sort of in between. Couldn't get this, couldn't get that.
Yeah, he's having trouble finding a specific way to play Sebadem. But this is game one. We have more games, and I think right now they're both kind of feeling each other out.
Yep, that's just the first game out, but obviously these guys have played a bunch of matches already, and they have gone here. First demolition of this match, and first we've seen today, the physical plays in 1v1s are even more important than they are in 2v2s and 3v3s. Rel starts up an attack of his own. I'll play Sebadem. Great play, just on the smallest amount of ground. Outplays him, right there, waits. Actually, Sebadem actually scored it on himself, it seems.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate challenge for Sebadem, but Aurel just waits, he's patient, and Sebadem falls right into it.
That he does. Well, let's see if there are any more traps sprung by Aurel. Seb starts something of his own. Aurel was waiting for a flank, waiting for that shot to happen. Seb still in control of it, flicks it over Aurel, but not on target. Third time, is it the charm? Not yet. He takes the big boost and ends up being on the wrong side of the net. Still having the control of the ball. Aurel, in his way, doesn't have any boost. Obviously, at this point, he has 100, but I don't think he had any, so he decided not to go for the attack. Places the ball, steals the boost. Seb doesn't get the demolition, although I think he was certainly going for it. Places it past Aurel still. 5-2, Sebadem is up by 3 goals yet again.
Yeah, you see Sebadem just be able to get over Aurel on so many challenges.
And let's see how many more he can put against his opponent Aurel. Whether Aurel will finally get his stuff together and start putting a couple of goals of his own. Really a bunch of goals we've seen so far. So no aerial plays. Nothing of that extent. Although I feel in 1v1s, most of the time you really either need to be really confident or
really stupid.
Or yeah, really stupid. I guess Aurel still goes for that aerial play. In the end, it's not the aerial that got him that goal. Just the fact that he really placed it up the field. And even that demolition doesn't... Or no demolition. What demolition? Just the explosion of the goal. What am I saying? 5-3. Aurel is still not out of this. He's still trying to claw back. But that 2-goal difference means a lot in 1v1s, I feel. If you are... Since it's usually the exchange of goals, you score 1, the opponent scores 1. You maybe score 2. That's a good sign. So you're sort of decreasing that gap. But Sebadem, I don't think he will be allowing Aurel to get a lot of these back.
Yeah, I feel like that's true. But, I've also seen 4-goal leads in 1v1s go to nothing in a minute. So, it's incredibly random. Sometimes you just flip the switch and you're good. And other times you just can't get that momentum.
Well, luck or no luck, I think at this point these guys are also quite skillful. Aurel apparently is given much space by Sebadem with yet another one of his. Finds the ball. Seb not in time for that one, but yeah, it's just the power, the speed that Aurel had on this movement. And with a well-placed shot on that ball. Makes it 4-5-4. Still not in his favor, but really close. 47 seconds. What will be the score first? 7M actually this time decides to not go for the kickoff at all. Waits for Ural to make his first move. Sort of a, can he call it a fake kickoff? Maybe. Seb punishes Ural immediately. What did he even do here? How did he lose this? Whiff. Just a simple whiff.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a game like this proves, I mean, it happens to the best of us.
And these guys certainly are the best of them. These are the semifinals. They had to go 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds. Some of them maybe less if they were seated higher, but still 7M proves to be that he deserves to be here. Just a quick rush down the flank. It has the time to get the boost, has time to get anything, and Ural can't even do anything against Sabadam. He drives straight into him. Sabadam doesn't move an inch.
Just calmly and quickly destroying Ural's defense.
Well, there's only one guy in Ural's defense, that's Ural, and if he destroys him, and he is certainly doing that, 8-3, well, you've seen 4 goals lost in the game 1v1s. Not with 20 seconds, though. The kickoff goals are a possibility, but I haven't seen a single kickoff goal to either side. So unless Ural wants to bring them out right now to play as ace from the sleeve, if he has one, he needs to start right. And actually, that's a good start. The ball does go in the right direction, but Seb waits for it. Ural already feeling that no, this match is lost for him. Too much time, rather, was wasted on that one, and no chance for him to get back. But it's only match number 1, and Seb will be obviously looking to increase his lead in his series. In the next one, Ural will be trying to get back into this one. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do believe this is the best of 5. So Seb needs to win 3. So at least 2. Or rather, best of 3. Spoke too soon. Then it's the finals, which are the best of 5. I wanted best of 5s now. But alas, it's not to be. Sabadam on the match point. Ural fighting for his life.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ural may wish it was the best of 5 as well.
Well, he's the first one to ready up. Sabadam is taking his sweet time after the victory. He's just bragging on Twitter. Or maybe clipping the best shots. Now, let's see what will happen in the match number 2. But yeah, if Sabadam wins the next one, he will go straight to the final to fight for that exclusive chance for a $50 prize. Actually, those of you who have been with us before do notice it's not a $15 prize. It's $50. Dollary dues. So that's a fight. That's a prize to fight for. Unfortunately, you won't be able to join right now, but you certainly will be able to play next week, as Rewind Gaming's exclusive 1v1s will return. Same time, same place, but don't go anywhere just yet. We're still into this one and still have a lot of Rocket League to play.
Yeah, I mean, we do have a lot of Rocket League to play. We still have another semifinal. We're not even going to the finals after this.
Yeah. So it's just I'm just making an announcement, a pre-announcement. So early, we aren't even finished with this one. Ural looks to start this match strong with an attack of his own, but Sabadam stops him under that one. A push comes out from Ural, so physical plays might be helping him out right here. Although one of those pushes last match, you do remember, just didn't move Sabadam. Ural just stopped like he hit a brick wall. Seb and Ural fight for it. Seb in control of the ball, does a flick straight over Ural, who puts it up to the crossbar. Will he able to return? No, not enough time. Ural was on the way right there, out of the goal. Just not enough control on that return, and it's really hard to return from it. It's actually well played by him just to recover, but it wasn't enough. Sabadam opened up scoring in match number 1. Or rather, the match number 2.
Yeah, you see Sabadam smart enough to immediately rotate back. He realizes that he's put Ural in a physical play of his own. But he sees that he's put Ural in a very difficult position with that little bit of a flick up. And that Ural's going to fall into the goal. And that will give him a follow-up opportunity as he scores his second of the match.
Say hello to that. Yes, Seb flicks it past and still have enough time to turn around and put it into the net. Not often get a chance like this. And the angle, he didn't even have to go for a scrappy angle. No, straight up, just a quick turn, the goal at his mercy, and he wasn't merciful, that's for sure. Rel does get the boost, but loses the ball in the process, and Sabadam makes it 3-0, one after the other. We aren't even past the 1 minute mark, and already down by 3 goals.
Yeah, and how do you react to that if you're a whale? How do you stay calm and collected?
I think if firstly you realize this is only 4 minutes, or rather, this is only 1 minute played. You still have 4 minutes to get back into this one, and we've seen Ral actually score a couple in a row. Now, if he can get one, he can snowball from that one. Sabadam obviously will be doing everything that he can to stop Ral from doing that, but it will certainly, that one goal will help him. Now he only needs to find it, but he also needs to learn from his defensive mistakes. Unfortunately, they do keep coming. And once again, Ral just stops dead in his tracks because he knows that he has been outplayed. He's trying to clear the ball off Sabadam, unfortunately placed himself into a dangerous position instead and was punished for it.
Yeah, Sabadam perfectly reads that bounce off the wall in the corner, and he's right there to follow it when he needs to.
Well, let's see what Ral can bring into this one. He is not out of this, but really one step in the grave. 4 goals with no answer. And again, Sabadam, he doesn't even have any shots so far. This is how badly it's going for Ral. So let's hope that he can bring this back. Shot to the center, but unfortunately, Sabadam doesn't stop the shot, but stops Ral from moving any forward. Play on the wall. Not a lot of them are trying to do something from the wall. They, again, feel it's perhaps wasteful. That they will waste too much time, too much boost. If they don't get a shot, the opponent immediately gets the chance on the net. Seb destroys Ral. Didn't even need to. Actually misses. This is a chance for Ral. If he has enough speed, he has enough boost. Seb will be able to get on the end of that one. 4-1, a lifeline for Ral.
Yeah, you see Ral spawns just perfectly off the demo from Sabadam to launch one down to the other side of the field, and Sabadam just can't quite catch up to it.
Well, Seb still has a great 3-goal cushion, and if he can put a couple more of them in Ral's net, then he will be a safe victor in this one. There's goal number 1. Again, didn't take them much. Straight from the kickoff, goes to the net, and waits for the opponent. He doesn't hurry at all. He is patient. He knows that he has enough time, and if needed, he can outplay his opponent 1v1, even if that opponent is in the net.
Yeah, and he just perfectly gets that little touch with the back of his tail straight over a rail.
Yeah, those flags can get you. You need to either to predict them or to read them really well, or stop them before they even happen. Unfortunately, Ral isn't able to do so. That 1 goal is still all he has at the halfway point of this match. Seb actually concedes 1.
Make that 2 goals.
Well, make that 2 goals, but really, in what fashion? A turn too wide, it seems. Yeah, he was going for the big boost. Wasn't expecting Ral to place such a quick shot. And 5-2 to him. Still, Sabadam. We've seen him immediately score after a goal has been scored on him. So let's wait. I think he will score the next one. Have I spoke too soon? I spoke too soon. Jarogem and the Caster Skirts. It's my favorite. It's if they ever write a book about me, I think it's that'll be the Caster Skirts.
Yeah, indeed. I feel like most casters can say the same thing. I think we've all kind of blundered something like that. Just said something and have it immediately reversed by the players. Sometimes I think they can hear us, and they do it on purpose.
Well, I did see some of the players watch the stream as they play, or just listen to the stream as they play. There we go, Sabadam. A couple of seconds too late, mate. I've sort of called your goal earlier, and instead you haven't scored. Ral, I'm not sure exactly what he did. You saw his movement. He sort of did a snake-like movement, but why? He decided to go for a boost. Yeah, he just gave Sabadam so much space. He didn't need it. Sabadam already had enough space, and it seems like Ral has given him even more. A really, really bad mistake. Seb makes that 7-3. Yeah, just don't even let us talk about this previous goal. He already scores the next one.
Yeah, once again, you see Ral miss the boost, but he also gives Sabadam so much space, and 2 things you don't want to give Sabadam are space and the ball.
Seb. Well, Demolition obviously is on the cards right there. 7-3 already a really huge score for him. I don't think he'll be able to get something like that in the finals, though. If against Ixo or Eichwolf, it's better he who should be beware of opponent doing something crazy like that to him. Aral starting attack. Places it to the corner where Sebadem meets it. Follow-up is not enough, so now it's Seb starts. Aral, unfortunately, gives up. Man, that's bad form. If you have a minute and a half to play, just play it out. Even if you lose, you can learn something from it. You can learn some new tricks. You can still try and play the positions and basically play from the positions we haven't played from before. So and you can play them without really caring about it. You're sort of relaxed. I do feel he should have stayed, certainly, and it's never a good sight.
I've never been in this position. What exactly are we going to do here?
Well, I'm pretty sure this will just run down. I doubt that. Yeah, Bucket doesn't want to play, it seems. He has joined the team, but he doesn't want to play. So Sebadem is just now flying around, practicing his shots. This is a chance you can take. Just practice your shots or practice your defense, and just use your time for that. You're on the stream, but who cares if you can pull up a great save? Everyone in chat will cheer and capture those clips. So, and there's never any good reason to leave. So,
and why don't you 1v1 me, Jar? Well, we got that time. Why don't you and me go toe-to-toe, eh?
30 seconds. Well, I think Sebadem will get in our way.
Yeah, probably.
Just a bit. Well, Seb destroys Bucket. Bucket. He doesn't really play nice with you. Completely demolishes before.
You see Bucket Man just totally kind of just flop here. I mean, he can't quite get the goal. Sebadem just destroys him, has no mercy, and that is going to be a big misplay for Bucket Man.
I wonder if we all three of us join against Sebadem, can we get 6 goals in 15 seconds? I don't think we can. I don't think we'll be able to.
Yeah.
Give it a go. Just give it a go. Sebadem is the winner. A true winner of this one. Yeah. There we go. The match has ended. It's 2-0 in the series for Sebadem, and he will be going into the finals, facing in the winner of the pair, Eichwolf versus Ixo. And that obviously will be the pairing of the final that we had last week, in which in 5 games, with a lot of trouble, or just fighting really well perhaps, Ixo has gotten one over Eichwolf and taken his throne. So let's see whether Eichwolf will win his throne back already in the semifinals. And welcome back. This is the second semifinal of our series. The Rewind Gaming's $50 1v1 exclusives are back, and it's Eichel versus Ixo, the other semifinal, which we were hyping up as the rematch between the two titans who were colliding together in the previous finals. This time, competing a little bit early, and it's really a shame that these guys, one of them will leave before the final. Ixo, with his dribbles, loses the ball. I think this game much more deadlier, much more quicker, and some great skills by both the players. Ixo does outplay Eichel. First goal to him, and I think last time when he was opening up the scoring, I don't really remember whether he was winning every single one of these or it didn't matter. Still, an opening for Ixo is an opening for Ixo. Great by him.
Yeah, I mean, you see him get the challenge over Eichwolf, and Eichwolf, I mean, he had no chance there.
Ooh, he almost didn't leave any chance for Ixo as well. A straight kickoff from him. How did he even get that one? Ixo actually weren't going for that one. Ike had a chance because Ixo just was way past it. Yes, the moment you go past the ball in 1v1s, you're just out of it for a good couple of seconds. Eichel uses these chances well and puts one even before the 1 minute mark.
Yeah, that is indeed just unfortunate for Ixo. I mean, a challenge that just doesn't go his way, and he's just in no position to do anything.
Ike now on attack once again. Let's put it back as he plays it back quite far. We'll get to boost. Ixo. Actually, yeah, I'm forgetting the best thing about the 1v1 tournaments. I can just follow one player and watch and learn from them. Ike on the attack. I better watch him flex it over Ixo. This is his bread and butter. Whenever everything else fails, I think he just goes back to those simple flicks. Really, it's not that simple to execute, especially at that speed. But these flicks work almost every single time.
Yeah, I mean, Eichwolf is just a beast when he's flicking the ball, and you can't attempt to save the flick. You have to attempt to prevent the flick from ever happening in the first place.
Ike misses that one. Yes, that was a chance for him, and he unfortunately whiffed. How will that affect him? Ixo with full boost, but Eichel clears it. No boost for him. He will be forced to go for that one. On the wall. Blocks any attempts by Ixo. Actually, Ixo with a chance right there if he stops it fast. Ike will be going back. Ike will be going back as well. So Ike will be able to retain the possession. Another flick from him, but just a tad too early. I think he should have waited just a tad bit longer. Ixo, straight shot on the net. Gets back into this. 2-2.
Well, Ixo, from the entire other side of the field, just sees exactly the position Eichwolf is in. He knows he can get over him, and he'll take that shot all the way downfield.
Yeah, and the plays from the walls are coming in. I don't think we have really seen a single one in the previous game. Players somehow weren't going for this, and Ixo actually perhaps has found a counter strategy against the Eichel's kickoffs. Excuse me, because Eichel is known for his quick kickoffs, quick and deadly, for which he can just with quite big certainty just hit them. Again, apologies. What is it? Just hit him that well that it immediately goes to the other side at an angle that immediately just puts it straight towards the net. And Ixo just decides not to go for the kickoffs at all. Ike heads to crossbar actually with a bicycle shot. How did he get that in there? Ike gets an attack of his own. Flag over Eichel, but you don't flag the wolf himself. No siree. Ike waits for him on the ground. Has to halfway back, but Eichel, even before you know it, is already rushing towards the net.
Yeah, you see Ike just pull almost the exact same thing Ixo pulls, except Ixo doesn't challenge him on the wall. It doesn't matter. Ike will get right over him. He burns him and he scores.
Ike now finally goes for a kickoff, decides to spice it up a bit, because Ike any second now would be expecting Ixo to stay back, and he would have changed the kick game as well. But so far, we're back to normal kickoffs. Ike in the lead, in the attack as well. Ike does sort of puts it past Eichel by completely removing the Eichel from the equation. Ike with a flag, but again, just perhaps a tad too early. Eichel does need to rise to the occasion and save that one. Now it's a turn for Ike to show some of this incredible skills. A flag and a dribble. Play off the backboard, but Ike already in the position. It's really nice to yet again see the recovery from Ike. So Can recover for the first one, but unfortunately the second is too much. Ike just watches this position, goes back straight there, just quick turnaround, and straight at the shot.
Yeah, and you notice Ike, he didn't have to go for boost. He kept picking up the little boost pads and conserving his boost really well. And Ixo was having to use this massive amount of boost, waiting in the goal for Ike Wolf, and eventually Ike Wolf just put so much pressure on him that he couldn't stop it anymore. What a save.
Ixo needs some help right now. He will able to get in the corner, but Ike Wolf is already there stealing his boost. Ixo is absolutely starved right now. Won't be able to get that boost either. Will it respawn with 33? That's a start. Ike was expecting perhaps Ixo to spawn closer. Still doesn't matter. Ike Wolf puts yet another one in 5-2 for him.
Yeah, Ike Wolf is really looking to get back to the finals and get back on his throne, to say.
Well, you know, people in the Twitch chat are saying that no one will be able to beat Sebeda. So we'll see about that. When Ike so far is completely deconstructing Ixo in this one. Still, a second match is on the way, and it took Ike Wolf, rather Ixo, 5 matches. So what I'm trying to say is Ixo can win against Ike Wolf, that's for sure. Whether it's Ixo's week or whether Ike Wolf is back with vengeance, we'll see during the remainder of this match, and obviously the next one. Ike wins the kickoff. A flick will be coming in, and Ike is powerless to do anything. 3 goals to Ixo.
Flicker has been flicked. His own poison has now become his demise. Wow.
And Ike Wolf, shows some great sportsmanship. Just nice shot. If anyone can recognize a great shot, that is obviously Ike Wolf. Unfortunately, that terrible save also needs to be recognized. Ixo, unfortunately, places it straight to Ike, who is waiting there. Just waiting there. I'll take this. Thank you. Thank you for that flag.
It's so nice to see the players actually like nice shotting each other and being nice to each other, because I casted for an org yesterday, and we had a bit of a toxic player. Not only was he being toxic to the other team, swearing at them, he was being toxic to his own teammate, and I just felt bad for everyone involved. So it's really nice to see that.
The worst. That is the worst, but let's talk about nice things. And the nice thing is that Ixo goal off the post. Ike either was expecting it to go, I think he was expecting the bounce to go out. Instead it goes in. So the prediction from Ike Wolf just a tad faulty right there. Ixo back in the shooting distance. 3 goals, 60 seconds. Goal each 20 seconds. That could be the case. Ike starts up the flicks, drops it down. Ixo wins the duel against him. Yet another save from him. 7 saves. Look at that differential. I wasn't looking at the scoreboard. We'll return to that in just a second. But rather at the end of the match, I think, because at the end of the match, the numbers will be even crazier. Ixo makes that 7-5 and once again puts himself within some shooting distance of Ike Wolf and may be able to save this match.
Yeah, you look at the difference between Ike Wolf is taking a lot more shots, but it seems that Ixo's shots are just being a lot more accurate today.
Ike was trying to get a quick one over there, right there over Ike Wolf. They now are fighting in the center. Ike Wolf just can't stay right here. You can just tell, hey, Ixo, just come at me. Come at me. Or can they just run away with the ball? That's also a strategy. As long as he keeps that ball away from Ike or even scores, Ike is in a losing position. But what a play. Usually players think about, okay, I will just dribble. I will just do a flick to outplay my opponent. Ike Wolf just took a completely different approach. He would say, I'll play, keep away, and still get myself somehow in the position to score. What a great player.
Yeah, and you see Ike Wolf, before that, was patiently waiting, because you are right, he does not have to score. He can just sit in his end with the ball, but I don't think he's going to do that as we see that clock tick down. Ike Wolf will take the first game. This is a best of 3, which means Ixo is officially down to a bit of his last life.
Ooh, he could have put in something at the end right there. Doesn't connect, not enough time. I think if it Did the bounce go? No, might have gone. I think it was going out in the end. No time for him anyway. So we are going to match number 2. Eichwolf, the winner for the first one, but you can obviously see that it was close. Not close in the sense of the shot. Look at those 16 shots by Eichwolf. He was putting one after the other, and Ixo was barely trying to save them. I think for Ixo, for the next match, he needs to conserve his boost better in some ways. He constantly was left without any, and obviously against Eichwolf, he plays extremely fast. You need to have something in your reserve. Let's see how this will go. Will Ixo score first? He scored in the previous one, lost unfortunately. But unless I think he scores 2 in quick succession, then we can talk about some control of the match he can finally get.
Yeah, because I mean, oh, yeah, I think I was gonna be going for Ixo. Wow.
It's, yep, again, the wall plays are starting up, and Ike himself just misses on that wall. Man, well, it happens to the best of us. It is what it is. Ike concedes once again, but this didn't stop him in the last match. Let's see if Ixo can keep the control of his, can start or continue winning the kickoffs. This doesn't go his way. Ike on the wall, same position basically from which Ixo has scored his previous goal. Ike slows it down. Look at that finesse, look at that touch, and just puts his favorite one. Just, I'll have the usual, he says, and places a precise flick in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, he just put it straight up, and it looks like Ixo got a touch, but I mean, he just couldn't stuff it out.
And we are just watching as people collide in the center of the field. Ike gets under it, places a shot, easy for him, 2-1 in his favor. Seems like Ixo just lost his footing there for a bit. Had to go backwards for that one, and yeah, just a barrel roll that he did on top of that small boost pad didn't help him at all. Ike just all the time, he's looking at the net, I think. I think he has a severe case of tunnel vision in which he only sees the net, but he realistically sees that.
Yeah, it's very true, I feel, as Eichwolf. Ooh.
Yeah, you felt that as well. Ixo on the attack, so Ike will be once again brought to a tie, 2-2. Ixo doesn't want to get out of this, and now is slowly, I think, bringing the play to Eichwolf. Well, I don't feel like this back and forth will continue. Someone needs to take control of it. I don't feel like these players will be not concerned, whatever the word is. I don't think they will feel like playing like that. Ike wins one of these famous kickoffs, but can't finish this up. Still in control of it. Ike tries to get any boost he can, saves this one, sends it to the side. Ike, look at the speed. The Ike has just placed the shot on the net and still was able to recover fast enough to outpace Ixo for that boost. Ladies and gentlemen, Eichwolf.
Yeah, and Ixo is just really pacing well this game. He's not letting Eichwolf outpace him like last game. You see the shots are a lot closer than they were last game. Ixo's not letting Eichwolf take shot after shot.
I can see still can see Eichwolf at the top there. Ooh, actually loses that one. A terrible positioning from him. He basically placed himself in a way that really allowed. Yep, just lost the ball for a second. Ixo, with his reaction time, immediately steals it off Eichwolf and straight down the middle. Ike takes the lead in this match yet again.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty easy wrap.
Ike and Ixo meet yet again on that wall. They love that flank. I'm not sure what the reason is, but they tend to gravitate to that one. Ike, with his speed, doesn't even go for a high flick. No, this time he just go for a quick one, a low one, but a fast one. Flick, and off we go. Ixo not in time. 3-3.
Yeah, I'm able to quickly answer the goal.
Ike doesn't win that one cleanly. Ixo will have enough time, but no boost yet again. It has been a game of boost, and Eichwolf always has some, and usually doesn't make any mistakes of going for the boost unnecessarily. No, he always knows when he can go for boost. This time, Ixo, he went for boost, lost his position completely. Not again, Eichwolf, frustrated. He just frustrated that he's not getting any whatsoever. So he just said, I'll take this, but this cost me yet again. Ike, up in this game by 1 goal.
Perfect example of conservation and how boost management is important in a match. You can make go for boost like that, and then you just have an easy shot like that, and I easily that one.
Ike, yes, he steals it from Ixo, and with the speed he has and the control he has, it's basically a couple of seconds. Ixo, just a moment ago, had the ball, then he didn't have it, and then the next second, the ball was in his own net. And Ike goes for a kickoff yet again. He just fires it straight towards the Ixo's net. He doesn't go for anything fancy. He just powers a straight shot, hoping that Ixo won't be able to save it. And even if Ixo will save it, he just hopes for a chance that he will get on a rebound. And shots are coming in yet again. 10 shots already. He is on his way to repeat the result from the previous match. But I think the goal, he might score even more than in the previous game. Ike is on a roll.
Yeah, see, I throughout this game, he's been putting the shots on, but he's been putting shots on that have put someone in an uncomfortable position and really get a lot of his down shot.
Ike on defense for this one starts with an early flick. He just wanted to get at least something going. Still with it. Over Eichwolf, a slow one, but could have almost gone past. Ike now with full boost, but against Eichwolf, who is lurking, immediately waiting for a rebound, just waiting for Ixo to play it out so he can immediately get a touch. Still right there. Decides that, yeah, he doesn't need to go for a net, and that might cost him. No, that is off the wall. Ixo not enough precision on that shot. Ike puts it out. Out of boost himself, but still following this one. 11 boost. Can't he do something with 11 boost out of that corner? Places it in front of the net, but feels like Ixo misses. Whether he was considering Eichwolf not going for the ball or something else, but Ike actually had a chance right there. Even with his measly 11 boost, shot precise. Ixo gets the 4th goal.
Touch from off. And he'll take all the way down the field and score it.
Eek. 2 more goals is all you need, man. I'm cheering for you. Last time he was the underdog, the dark horse. He has defeated the king himself. The Ikest of the Wolves. And this time, unfortunately, he is going down. But yeah, unfortunately, that is the name of the game. That's Rocket League. Even if you have won against someone last week, doesn't mean you will be able to do so this week. Still, let's not count Ixo out. In Rocket League, 1 minute in any game mode is quite enough time to score a ton of goals, especially in one-on-ones, where you can see just people scoring from kickoffs. So that's 10 seconds. Well, let's just say 4 goals. It has been seen. Ike, though, wants to nip it in the butt from the wall, long shot, aerial, top right corner. Where does he get the precision?
Yeah, but this is against Ike.
Yes, Ike just looks at it and says, what have I done wrong? What have I done to deserve this? To get Ike against me in the semifinal at his best form. We'll need to ask Ike later on. Actually, I think we'll have a small break to check out the rank of Eichwolf right now. But I'm pretty sure he is on the top right there. Ike wants to get back on this one. Still time to get it. But from this point on, every single kickoff that he must get must be 100% in his favor. He must be on point with every single touch. Let's see what happens. Ike and Ike in the center. Ike wins this one. Ike will immediately position himself to block this. Will get the control of the ball. Ixo blocks him. Ike starts it. Will try to start it out. Needs to flick Ike, but Ike's already risen in the air and blocks it just as Ike was playing it. Unfortunately, we won't have the same champion this week. Ixo is out to Eichwolf in 2-match series that Eichwolf wasn't dominating completely, but still he has played solidly. And I'm not sure if KD is here. But this has been the second semifinal. All right, so give us, in just a short moment, we will have our finals when we find out who will be the taker for those $50. Will it be Sabadem, or will Eichwolf will get his title back? See you in just a moment. Welcome back to the Rewind Gaming's 1v1 exclusive tournaments. Well, players today are fighting for that extra big $50 prize. I'm JarJam. KD is back with me. But before we start our final match, we have a huge announcement to make. This has been brewing for some while now. We are today unveiling the new Rewind Gaming's website. The address is rewindrl.uk. You can go to it right now and you can see it on the screen. And this is a one-stop shop for all things Rewind Gaming. Obviously, it's the central location to sign up for all the tournaments that Rewind Gaming is running. That is the 1v1s on Thursdays and the 3v3s on Saturdays. You can see the updates every single week, and the address for that is a straight one. If you just want to jump straight in there, it's rewindrl.uk/signup, or just find the tournaments part of the website. Also, you can learn about the team that Rewind Gaming has. Rewind doesn't only run the tournaments, but also has a team that is competing in all the different tournaments, including, I'm not sure if they are playing in the Rewind Gaming tournaments, though, but I've seen them a lot in the other tournaments, that's for sure. So you'll see what the players are. You can get acquainted with them. And, of course, if you want to join to be a part of Rewind Gaming staff, you also get a possibility. You can apply, and again, on the side, there's a button that says apply. Press that, fill out the form, and you can join and be a caster or broadcaster, a part of the modding team, as someone that runs the tournament. Why not? The Rewind Gaming is a really great place to be. But that's not all. Obviously, you can also join us on Twitter or Discord. The links to that are at the bottom of the stream. And if you want to donate, if you like what you're seeing, do consider getting a quick tip for this one. We will be really grateful, and the donations are obviously going into the tournaments, into the prize pools. So you're just not only making us happy, but mostly you're making the players happy as well. Do we have a match? No, we still haven't. Katie, what's been up with you?
I have no idea what in the world is up with me, but hopefully we'll stay down.
All right, Ike is here, has joined the team that been called Icewolf. Sebadem takes his sweet time. Sebadem is here as well. This is finally on the way. The best of 5 will decide who will be this week's winner. Will be Icewolf with his flex. Will be Sebadem, who we haven't really seen lately in these tournaments. Actually, I haven't seen his 1v1 play at all, with the exception that one series that we've seen. It's the two titans, I think. It's the battle of the minds, the battle of the best. And Ike and Sebadem already fight in the center. Ike does open up the scoring 1-0 in his favor.
Yeah, Icewolf quickly, you see him just almost so quickly calculated, able to cut that.
Well, I think if anyone in Icewolf has a lot of calculators on himself, calculating every single move, every single time. Now on the defense, we'll see what Sebadem can bring into this one. Ooh, a bit of an interesting move, just bounces the ball on top of his head and then passes back to his net. Ike is fighting for the control and actually gets the ball in the end. Sebadem gets bullied and punished for his mistake.
Yeah, I know Sebadem literally lands right on top of Icewolf. And Icewolf just jiggles him around a little bit, and he just gets to the ball first.
Wait, what's this? This isn't the ball, this is Sebadem. Get off me. Yeah, Ike still in control of this one. Just makes quick work of Sebadem, just like it was any other player. Seb gives him a little push. Tries to get in control. It fakes the move for the boost. I think that makes Icewolf a bit hesitant to go for the ball. Instead, places it straight into the net.
Yeah, and I mean, Icewolf just had no boost to do anything about that play at all. He was really just powerless to do anything.
I don't know, will it be Icewolf, but this time will be starved with the boost? How does it would feel to be not the boosty, but the boost less? We'll find out. He's still in the lead, so I don't think he is too worried. Gets that corner boost. So Infused will be working with whatever he had, whatever he has been able to pick up. Flicks the ball over Icewolf. So Icewolf, who's going backwards, simply flicks the ball back to his own net. Obviously, we'll have enough time. especially based on that boost that he has picked up. But Sebadem goes for a risky play, and Eichwolf will take a chance like this every single day of the week.
Yeah, and Eichwolf is just going to take him up on the wall and just get right by him. It's so dangerous to challenge someone on the wall at this level.
It's Ike. It's Ike you're talking about. If you have ever played against him, you know how hard it is to compete with this guy. Seb places one over Eichel, who is able to return there in time, but just barely. Seb obviously still in control of this one. Powerful shot on the net. Eichel rises and saves that one. Seb with yet another shot. Eichel is being tested right now. Was that my bad that just came out of Sebadem? Sebadem is saying that my bad, I didn't score it. I guess so. Seb still trying to put as many shots as he can to block actually Eichel from attacking from because most of these attacks were just Seb being outplayed, just straight there, being left in the dust by Ike. Ike not boostless in the position, plays that off. Now it's Ike who is being tested on those saves, just slug. Seb, not a single save, obviously has conceded 3 goals. Every single shot by Eichwolf actually, but Seb is making Eichwolf work, and it's a pleasant change of pace for this. Seb on the attack, doesn't get it into the corner, a great attempt by him, but just isn't enough. Ike hasn't really left his half for a solid 30 seconds or so. Seb puts it to the side and returns back. Ike plays it back. Seb doesn't get up like the crossbar denies Eichwolf, but now it will be the game of whether Eichwolf can starve. No, he doesn't even need to starve Sebadem of the boost. He just quickly returns back into the zone and scores.
Yeah, Eichwolf here just realizes exactly where Sebadem is and knows he can beat him so easily with a shot.
Those shots, yeah. He even, I'm looking right now at the replay at the stream. I swear he even had the time to just relax a bit, just to take a breather there and still score in the end. Yeah, that is Eichel for you. Sebadem, you better beware. Ike yet again on the attack. Ooh, Seb considered that he can go for the boost. No, siree, not against Eichel. Quickly returns the favor though straight into the net. So now it's Eichel has been left in the dust of a quick counterattack by Sebadem.
Yeah, Sebadem quick to put this in the air, knowing how much boost Eichwolf had, knowing he couldn't contest it in the air, and then he could beat him on the ground.
Yeah, and notice that Eichwolf, we won't see this on replay, but Eichwolf was boostless. This time it's Sebadem who was first to that corner boost strategy. That those big ones right in front of the nose of the opponent. Seb is in the right position, although I'm not sure how did Eichwolf give him such a chance. Yeah, just a clear doesn't succeed. Sebadem is within the spitting distance, I think, by this point of Eichwolf.
Yeah, and I feel a comeback coming on. Sebadem could definitely come back here and easily just run through Ike. But Ike has really just he's gotta stay calm. He's gotta play the way he's played literally the rest of this tournament, and he's gonna be fine. I think he's got this.
Well, I think it's Sebadem who's currently is getting it. 4-4. He was down by 3 goals. This is the first real comeback we've seen this. Actually, I think the previous one was just basically a 1 goal difference or so, or tied games. No, it's Sebadem. Now it's bringing his game to Eichwolf, and actually, because it has been Sebadem who's just putting a shot after shot after shot. And he is still seemingly to be in control of this. The momentum is on his side. 5-4, Sebadem. He is bringing the game of Eichwolf to Eichwolf himself.
Yeah, Sebadem has just been incredible in the last time.
Seb. Well,
if I can't sell, Ike's gonna drop game 1.
Ike. Well, I don't want to say anything bad against Eichwolf, and obviously I'm admiring his play. Sebadem, you better stop. You better save some of these goals for the next matches, because he might be really out of them. Ike returns to the position, but Sebadem puts it right at the, well, basically where Eichwolf wasn't going. And Sebadem is is looking like a solid contender for today's prize of $50.
Yeah, that he is. And he's made an incredible comeback and is continuing to just pour on the offense. Wow.
That's dirty. That's absolutely dirty. The way he played Eichwolf with this one, just plops it off him. Really, this could have gone either way, but it has gone the way of Sebedem, who now is in the lead by 3 goals. This has been the solo show for Sebedem. 6 last goals were in his favor. Remember this being 4-1, or 4-2-1, and Sebedem found 6 goals out of nowhere and still has plenty of time to score a bit more.
Yeah, and I mean, Eichwolf, there's definitely time for Eichwolf to come back, but not if he's going to let Sebedem do that.
Well, this is something we haven't seen since last week, since Ixo, well, eked out the win, really. It was really close in every single one of these matches that they have been playing last week. But he still won, so Ixo is the better player in that tournament. But seeing Eichwolf being demolished, no, this is something I haven't seen at all. Eichwolf being down by 4 goals. I'm pretty sure it happens to him. Obviously, he plays against the best players in the world, but Sebedem seemingly has his number today. And Eichwolf is not the person who rage quits, but I think some anger might be brewing in him.
Yeah, I won't say that Sebedem has his number today. I'll say game, but I still have confidence that I can pull it out in game 2. Wow.
What? Ike? This is, if I bring a chess analogy, and because I'm playing a lot of chess lately, this is like a scholar's mate. When you just give a mate to an opponent in the fewest amount of turns possible. 5 or so, I think. Eichwolf going for a boost. Well, actually, he had enough time to return, but he still misses it. So, sorry, but this is the easiest goal that Sebedem will score all tournament. Just don't score yourself. That's the easiest one to score, obviously. Stars and Ike. Where was Eichwolf? I saw Sebedem going from his own net to Eichwolf's net without Ike being anywhere in the middle. There we go. There's Ike. I think he was trying to drop straight on top of it, but Sebedem just sees. I don't see the opponent anywhere. He's not to my left and not to my right. It's not to the center. I'll just close straight in.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think Eichel's he's even screwing around on kickoffs. Yeah, Ike has given up on this one. He knows he's lost, and he's focusing on game 2 at this point.
Well, this is my position. This is my personal position. Obviously, for each player, Sebedem 12 goals in total. This is obviously our record for this tournament. Although I've seen quite a few high-scoring matches, unfortunately my score sheet isn't with me. I would be able to look some of these up. But Ike, my position is as follows. Yes, you can sort of give up, but you can't really... I don't feel like you should give up, because this feeling, this... what's the word? Basically, this attitude to the game continues to the next match. So if he still has that loser's mentality for the next one, you can just call it over immediately. So hopefully Eichwolf will be able to bounce after this one, because this has been the uniquest side of them all. Someone outplaying Eichwolf 12-4.
Eichwolf really has to get his butt back in this one, in this game, or if Sebedem goes up 2, that's it for me. I have Sebedem taking it if he goes up 2 on Eichwolf.
Well, it all will go down to the last game, and Eichwolf has 2 more chances. Will he use them? That's a completely different story. He uses this one, he opens the scoring in this match.
Yeah, he'll draw first blood.
Now that first blood surely is tasty. He is a wolf after all. I think this will give him some of that confidence he was lacking. Let's see if Sebedem is just toying with him, or whether Sebedem is indeed perhaps feeling... Perhaps he did indeed score all of the goals that he could. Ike was for yet another one. How we counted out, Eichwolf just attacked too soon. 2 quick goals in succession.
That's kind of what I said. I mean, I think Eichwolf really, really has it in him if he just stays calm and doesn't get in his own head.
Well, he seemingly is not focused on any sort of loser's mentality. No, he is in a winner's mindset. Plays the ball back to his net. Wrong direction. A bit of a miss onto that one. Sebadam with a great contest in that one. Stays on the wall. Actually gives the ball to Ike, who is backwards, so not really in the position to return. Both rise to the air. And the winner of that one, I would say, is Sabadam. Not of the boost. 0 for him. Still will be able to, will trying to play, but was waiting for something from Eichwolf. Eichwolf doesn't give it to them. Instead, just a roller straight from the center.
Yeah, for sure. You see, or he thought Eichwolf was freely bet Eichwolf was gonna just pull up and he was gonna challenge him, and Eichwolf just remains totally calm.
Where on earth were these goals last game? Sebadam does win one against Eichwolf. These guys, 4 goals in less than a minute. They want to just beat that previous record of 16 goals they scored in the previous patch. So 4 goals every 4. If 4 goals, 4 minutes, it'll be 16. So it'll be the repeat. So and they also have a 1 extra minute. So 20.
Yeah.
I'm betting for 20 goals in this match. Why not? It'll be a great show. It's just a question who will score the majority of those. Seb starts an attack from his own half. Ike will stop this, but immediately this will play into the hands of Sebadam. Ike still able to stop that one. That is the clutchiest of the saves, and Sebadam will try yet again. Now Ike is straight in his face, not getting control of the ball. Seb tries everything he can to stop Eichwolf from getting a good touch in that one. Waits for Eichwolf to play. You are not, you should be rather, giving Eichwolf any space, because he will tear everything down and score. Not on this attempt, but certainly on the next one. Ike plays it back. He loves those back passes. They are tactical, so obviously, and they have been working for him so far. Do play that by Sebadam. Was able to recover from that jump. Waits for it. Eichwolf gives him enough space, and now a slow attack starts from the Sebadam's half. A flick. Ike is able to stop that. Not hits the crossbar. Sebadam is on the follow-up. Can hit it past. Yes, yet another one. Seb on the wall. Actually, will bring it immediately back over Eichwolf, but unfortunately not precise enough. Eichwolf misses again, so Seb whiffs it. Was expecting something else from Eichwolf. Stop. Ike in the net, but Sebadam not in time to return. Still puts it past Ike. 3-2.
And Ike here just doesn't have, well, I mean, I guess he did have the boosting goal, but he couldn't find the angle that Sebadam could, and that will bring his cushion to 1.
Well, that was a comfy cushion, but Sebadam is, I don't know, ripping it apart, putting nails into it, sealing it for himself. So far, and the score remains the same. Obviously, we have been only in it for 10 seconds. Another long shot. Ike constantly bringing the ball back to his own net. He's able to save that one. Is now in the position to make a counterattack. The angle is favoring him, so Seb, as hard as he might, unfortunately, not in time to return for that one.
Yeah, you see Eichwolf, he goes up, and he just slams that straight in while Sebadam is nowhere to be found.
Seb, unfortunately, was boostless after that attack, and the time it took him to return to his own net was just too long, and Eichwolf takes the control of this one. Yet another shot will go in. 5-2. After a bit of a sleeping period, and a bit of control from Sebadam, Eichwolf seemingly back in action.
Yeah, Eichwolf just right back to scoring.
Well, he loves it. He certainly enjoys every single one of these that he is scoring. Another shot on the net with a kickoff that was favoring Ike, but Ike can't convert it into a goal of any fashion. Seb with a pinch off the ground, with a pinch off the Eichwolf, and the punch to Eichwolf's face does place it into the net. Quick answer from Sebadam.
Yeah, Sebadam just bumps and shoots. That's just literally the simple process. Bump and shoot.
It's a great strategy. and it works for him. So why the hell not? Just watch and learn, really, because this is the crucial part of the 1-1. Seb wins yet another one, smothers the ball and puts it in 5-4. He is seemingly back into the control. The kickoffs, the moment the kickoffs are favoring him, he just loves these positions and gets the goals and everything back from it.
Yeah, and that puts him within 1. And if you're Ike Wolf, you got some sweaty palms right now. You're getting a little scared, but you gotta stay within. You gotta stay within yourself. You can't get all scared. You can't get shaky. You have to play with the confidence you had when you were 10 seconds into this match.
Well, Ike sometimes I think does get a tad nervous is not the word. Disheartened isn't really, and with the shots he has been pulling, Seb once again helpless. This has been it's an interesting thing. It's not the exchange of one goal for one goal. It's the exchange of 2 or 3 goals against 2 or 3 goals. So the action, or rather the control of this match, switches between 2 players, and quite big movements like this, and they still have enough time to score a ton of these. 6-4 is the score. Ike currently in the control, but Sebadem could be the next scorer.
Yeah, I mean, Ike, notice now, he's slowing it down. He's keeping it on his side of the field, and he's just kind of staying threatening, but he's not overdoing it. He's not going for too much against Sebadam. He's just keeping the ball on his half of the field and just...
Seb now starts an attack from his own half after Eichel has wasted the time just a bit. Ike rises just a tad too high, but still able to get back and get a jump against Sabadam's shot. A bunch of punches and pushes in that corner as if they're boxing in between each other. But Seb isn't able to push the ball past Eichel. 30 seconds. 2 goals needed from Seb. He can just take the Eichel out of the equation. He does. 1 is in there. 20 seconds to get the tying goal for Sebadam.
Immediately bump and shoot. Bump and shoot. That is the formula Sebadam has been using, like, recently in the last minute 30 of this game to get goals on Ike Wolf.
If it works, don't change it. Use it to your advantage. Ike, unfortunately, will win this one, and the quick push from him does put that into net, placing him 2 goals ahead over Sebadam.
Yeah, and the way they're playing right now, I can definitely see this going to all the way to Game 5.
Well, these players are deserving to be here, certainly, and the way they're playing. But they're different styles, I have to say. They both are bringing something else into this game. Ike, but if he continues with this precision, even though he missed, that was almost on target, and I'll give it to him anyway. Seb, Sebadam will not score anything, and actually will just drop completely out of the existence before the ball even touches the ground. Flip, and how does he even have time to leave the team? Still goes back 7-5. Ike Wolf brings it to a tight series, so at least we'll have 4 matches in this best of 5.
Oh, yeah, just like that, Ike Wolf has brought it back to even ground. At this point, it's essentially a best of 3.
Yeah, it's full reset.
First one to take 2 wins it.
Well, who will it be? We'll find out just now, because the 3rd match is starting up, or the 1st match, if you want to consider this to be the best of 3s starting anew. Ike versus Sebadam. Who will take the momentum from the previous match? Who will just forget all about their mistakes and start anew? Who will score a ton of goals? All these questions will be answered in the next 5 minutes as Sebadam and Ike Wolf square off once again. It's Seb now in the control. Grabs the boost from Ike. Ike is still on the wall, will be blocking everything. Seb with an attempt to just play it off the wall and then push it with it from an aerial. Doesn't succeed in doing so, and Seb places it and falls back. If not for long, a strong shot. The aerials are finally coming into play. Don't see a lot of them, but it's always it's a pleasant surprise, and quite often players are getting beautiful goals from these bounce, which is favoring Sebadam. Ike will kill the ball down, but lose the control of it. who will get this in the end? A couple of pushes. Eichwolf is forced to
Eichwolf.
push it backwards and does clear it out.
You see Eichwolf there uses Sebadom's own medicine against him. He bumps Sebadom instead of the other way around, and Sebadom will get a beautiful flick.
Yes, and if Sabadam says, if you're gonna push me like I do, I'm gonna score on you like you do on me. As this is the usual, but obviously I can't really call this the Eichwolf special or the Eichwolf favorite. At this level of play, this is what players need to know how to do. Those quick flicks, or just the precision on the flicks as is. Fast ones performed perfectly almost every single time. So this is just a skill that everyone on this high level needs to know. Seb outplays Eichwolf on that one. Ooh, and look at the power dive shot. Unfortunately, it's not precise, so it only hits the side of the goal. And Seb didn't think he would need to go for it. I think he did win for it in the end. Went for boost, so didn't want to go for that bump off the wall. Another attack, and Sebadom does put it in 2-0. And he is in a solid position with 1.5 minutes pass in this match.
Yeah, Sebadom just takes a really precise shot straight onto net, and Eichwolf is just nowhere to be found.
Eichwolf is there somewhere. It's just that a lot of times he's nowhere near the net. Sebadom is pushing him for it. This is the great match. This is the finals I've been dreaming of. And indeed, I'm hoping for it every single time, today especially, seeing Eichwolf and Sebadom play against each other. It's a joy to behold, and it's a really great show for everyone. Plus, you can certainly learn something with the way that the camera has been constantly pointing to one player or the other. Sebadom clears it off the wall, but misses. Again, not precise. Doesn't consider playing it back. Waits for Eichwolf to get his first touch, and then tries to counter him. Play in the air. Ike will be able to stop it. Will take into control of this. Ike actually misses it. Decides not to go for it.
Yeah.
So that play slows down, and Ike starts to get another one from his half.
Has really got to get back in this game quickly. He's got 2 minutes 30, but he's really he can't let Sebadom score again. Blaze playing right now. He just really needs to turn it on.
This is the lowest scoring match we've seen so far. Ooh, look at Sebadom basically getting in the way of Eichwolf. So whatever Eichwolf does, basically flips the shot straight into his own net. Or just a turnaround with drift. It would almost look like.
Quick does a little power slide, and he's got it.
That's a skill you also need to learn, and that's quite hard. You need to press so many buttons to execute it perfectly. Eichwolf finds himself in the front of Sebadom's net, but can't place it in, especially when Sebadom just pushes him off, and with a great precision.
Wow.
Finally, as those said, Sebadom trying for a long round of these long-distance shots, and finally gets one. That precision that's needed for it is amazing. Sebadom does bring it for most.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate. You see Eichwolf, as soon as Sebadom gets that off, he just stops moving. He knows he's been scored on for the 4th time, and he just can't seem to find an answer for Sebadom this game.
Well, Sebadom goes for yet another aerial. He is beasting it up. Will anything happen on the other end? Seb, no, just placing yet another one of his favorite ones back in. And gives Eichwolf enough time to recover. Starts something on his own, but look at that. Eichwolf, even if he's taking his sweet time, Sebadom punishes it for him time and time again.
Wow.
JD, can you take this over for just 1 second, because I've been told that no one can hear me, and I'll just take a quick time to fix it.
Oh yeah, no problem. I totally understand. And Eichwolf will finally, for the first time in this game, this is either the start of a comeback or it's just one little goal in the spectrum of the goals we've seen. So this goal can either mean something or this goal a goal. It all depends how Sebadom reacts, and he will react wonderfully, putting in his 6th goal of the game and keeping his lead at 5.
Alrighty. Yeah, I think something has gone, and for whatever reason my microphone isn't picking it up just as well as it used to be. Whenever we'll get a break after this match, I think I will just do a quick technical work on my microphone. Ooh, look at Sebadom playing physical as always. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in this tournament, welcome to the Brazil.
Yeah, now we need to see if Sebadom game will be a Brazil or if Sebadom or Ike Wolf can avert it.
Radio. Well, we know which way this will be going, and certainly this will be the way of Sebadom, who yet again has found out how to play against the Ike Wolf and knows what really well, that doesn't make him take, but 8-1? Yeah, make that 8. Why not? Sebadom is destroying that.
Goodbye, Brazil. It was enjoyable, but Sebadom isn't content with a simple Brazil. He wants more, and he will get more as he goes up 7 goals.
This is just crazy from him. Well, actually, I think my microphone finally has started working. I see it clipping right now. Hopefully it's back in action. Sorry for that one, for the brief period of broadcasting. Actually, now I think it's clipping completely, so I better back away from it.
Yeah, you just have
meantime, while I'm having my troubles, with my microphone, Sebadom is seemingly entertaining the crowd, and once again he tries to bring up to 12 goals or something. I'm not sure what his aim is, but Ike Wolf is just a repeat of the previous one.
Yeah, and Ike Wolf has once again in this one, it seems he's just given up.
Well, you most likely will be when the score is 1 to 10. Obviously, not in your favor. Make that 11. Sebadom.
Yep, you cursed. Jar of Jam, the caster's curse.
Well, it's a good caster's curse. It's a caster's curse when I say that one amount of goals and then someone immediately scores. And at this point, we're just enjoying the play that Sebadom obviously is bringing to us, and I don't mind him scoring any amount of goals. If he can score 2 or 3 in the remaining 10 seconds, I don't mind. Let's bring it out. I think Ike Wolf will mind, because this is back again to 12 goals, and this time Ike Wolf was only been able not only to place 1 goal. Well, that's a little. Well, that's not enough. But look at these. I think we already talked about this. 18 shots by Sebadom. I think he outshot really everyone. He basically had enough shots for the whole three-man team. But Ike Wolf, on the other end, only 2 shots. When you can sort of, when you can bring or stop Ike Wolf and have him only shoot twice at your net, you've done something right.
He has, but you gotta remember, for the last minute of this, Ike Wolf hasn't been trying.
Well, I still feel like he should be, because he still has won the second match. If they're having getting demolished in the first one, will he bounce back in this one? Sebadom seemingly has found everything, every single move against Ike Wolf, and it has been working so far perfectly. Hopefully, Ike Wolf doesn't give up at the start of the match, because that will be deadly. We have been going. I think this was the match that has been going quite slowly at the start, but then something happened. The complete explosion from the side of Sebadom. He hasn't left a single. Basically, the Ike Wolf was absolutely dead by the end of that one. And with the breaks that these guys are getting, well, Ike Wolf apparently felt reinvigorated by that tiniest of the breaks that he had. opens up the scoring in this one.
Indeed, Ike Wolf will draw first blood in this one.
Well, he lost his first bloods, but can he continue on this one? Now it's Sebedam winning the kickoff. Seb on the flank, grabbing the big boost. Eichwolf still in control, so puts it high. Seb with his save. What a great start for this one. Keeps his goal, well, not really clean. He has conceded one already. But at least no more goals from Ike. Seb waits for Ike to make a mistake. Ike basically pushes into his own net. Fortunately, that doesn't go in. Seb still in control. The angle is for him there. Seb ties up the game.
Yeah, Seb just waits Ike Wolf out here and just makes a perfect challenge and nails it right into the back of the net.
Seb, Eichhoff faring up yet again for this kickoff. A lot of time remaining. This could be the final match for Ike. He needs to win this one and the next one to, well, for that to win the whole thing. But he needs to keep his, if he wants to keep his hopes alive, this is the match he absolutely needs to win. Sebedam, one match away from it. And if the performance of the previous match is anything to go by, Sebedam has everything at his disposal to win this. Versus Ike. I don't know. I doubt that Ike obviously is sort of freaked out or phased out or psyched out. That's what I'm looking for by those pushes. But they are slowly can be getting to him. Seb with a flick from the center, just attached early. Ike with enough time to react to it. Ike slows down the play. Sebedam loves to keep Ike just completely to his own half, basically. Not letting him start any attack. Ike with a flick. Sebedam is in the air. Before you even know it, Ike doesn't get, well, he had to stop on this one, will able to return in time. Sebedam was waiting for a bounce, waits for Eichwolf to commit, and we just seen it, ladies and gentlemen. Eichwolf has been absolutely out-mind gamed.
Yeah, Sebedam just calculated, waits, and scores that.
Yeah, what can you do in the chance like this? Obviously, you expect your opponent to shoot. And this doesn't happen. Sebedam wins the kickoff in the style of Ike. A fast one. Oh boy, this is going downhill and downhill fast. Ike really needs to, the next kickoff he gets, even if he doesn't get the goal, at least he needs to stop Sebedam from getting one. Because if Sebedam gets at least one more, I feel this is the end of this one.
Yeah, you definitely have to be incredibly wary, especially in ones. So I'm not going to call it yet, even if he gets one more. But I would definitely start looking a little bit wary. Let's strike if Sebedam gets the next one.
Sebedam isn't able to put it past Ike, who is now himself on the attack. Doesn't get the boost, but will be waiting for Sebedam to make his move. With the center boost, Seb clears it, still retains control of it. Ike waits for it. It gets outplayed in the end. Oh, that was almost either out or in the Schrodinger's goal, I think. Sebedam still puts it in. Did he just leave? Just for a second, it looked as if Sebedam just left the team for a second and then rejoined. Could be just glitches at my end. But Seb, that fourth goal. I feel this is the clincher. Unless Ike obviously gets a quick one. Yep. That's Jarv Jam. Good old Jarv Jam. Calling stuff and then completely something else happens. That's my favorite one. But Eichwolf, let's talk about him. He does get another one. He can finally get the snowball rolling from this one. Just needs, well, he has all the time in the world, basically. But can he do it?
They heard you, dude. You know, they must have the stream on or something. They have to have heard you. Josh said he was out and score quickly.
Yeah, well, if anyone wants me to say a couple of things about Eichwolf being out, I can tell him right now. So far, it does look like Sebedam is still in control of this one. 3-goal difference, quite a huge one. And in this series, we mostly seen Sebedam do a really quick turnovers. Remember, Sebedam was the man who brought the 4-1 to 7-4 Or in the end, was that match that went to the 12th for the scoreline? I think that was it. Even if it wasn't, Seb can just take control of the match and not let go. So I need to bring every ounce of skill that he has. Tries a bit of a to carry that ball, but just too simple from Sabadam. Does put that in 3-5. Eichwolf gets the lifeline.
Yeah, Eichwolf here. And Sabadam goes for boost. That's unfortunate.
Like, you have a chance, my man. I'm not even sure. I cheer for the underdogs, and right now Eichwolf is the underdog, so I feel really weird. Maybe it's quite the other way around. Should I cheer for Sabadam? Well, basically, whoever you want to cheer for, I think he will get some great plays from both of the players. Ike, oh, that is dirty. Sabadam didn't even have a chance. It's my bad, and that was all on Sabadam, obviously. Just a bit miscalculated on that play. Wanted to go for it, but just too much passion onto that one.
And that brings Ike within 1.
One is all he needs, really. Wins the kickoff, but Sabadam will be there first. Eichel waits for it, and Sab with all these flags that he could do. At the other, but he didn't get the boost in the corner. He was going for it in the end, but whiffs. Yeah, just goes back and forth. I think for just a second he was considering, I'll go back to the boost, I'll go for it. I'll go back to the boost, I'll go for it. And that obviously has wasted so much time. Eichel had it. Net. Tied game. Suddenly, this has come to a tied game with me almost crossing Eichel out of this one. No, he doesn't agree with what I said and is back basically within. This is not even within the shooting or spitting distance. He is in this for real. He tries to demolish Sabadam. The first really super aggressive play we've seen from him. Sab punishes him for it immediately. Just doesn't even need to do any physical plays. He just does a bit of BM right there at the goal line. Just places it right there for Eichel just shoot inside the net.
Yeah, and you see him just totally stay composed. If I can speak, jeez. He's
Come on, Katie, stay composed yourself. It's needed.
Yeah.
We still have matches to go. Eichel can still bring this to game 5. People in the Twitch chat are cheering for that game 5. And I'm cheering, obviously, for the game 5, as always, because Ike can even bring the series back to this one. This slowly will get into the net. Sabadam, not in time. And Eichel gets a lucky bounce after that one. It started up as a clear, ends up in a goal of Sabadam.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate if you are Sabadam. But I mean that happens in ones, and Sabadam just gotta be posed. I said it right this time. And he's gotta stay calm. He's gotta chill. Not let Eichwolf get in his head. Not make any dumb challenges or any dumb plays. Finds most of his goals.
Well, it's the closest these guys have been so far, and with time running out, this could be decided by 1 goal. And Sabadam, obviously, for him, this will mean that he will win the tournament. For Eichwolf, this will mean that he will go to decisive game number 5. Seb, in the air, slices the ball perfectly, not in his own net, not in front of his own net, to the side. And that saves him. Sabadam still in the attack. Ike needs to save this one. He has an overtime for the first time this week. It's not in the decisive match number 5, but it's still as tense as it could get. Ike with the boost, with the ball. Seb can't get it out. That was half in. Ike needs to return quickly, but misses it. And unfortunately, what should have been the greatest goal by Eichel, the power shot that he was looking for the whole tournament, unfortunately does end up in his own net.
Yeah, and I'm sure the results of this tournament will be found on the website. So go tell your friends, check it out. We will be back next Thursday with more ones for everyone here today that loves the ones. GG's to everyone involved, and congratulations to Sabadam.
I do believe this is the first time Sabadas has actually won the Rewind Gaming's 1v1 exclusives. And Sebadam even says to himself in the chat that he has made so many mistakes, but he still says that it's a nice series. And obviously, it's nice for him. He just won $50. And it has played some really great Rocket League on his way. So congratulations to him. Commiserations to Eichwolf, who I'm pretty sure will be back next week to get his crown back. Now it's 2 weeks that he hasn't had his favorite exclusives crown on his hat. So I think he will be itching for that one. And you yourself can join both for the 1v1s and for the 3v3s on the Saturday. For that, you will need your own team, but you can play with in Rewind Gaming tournaments as well. Look it up on the website. The address is rewindrl.uk.